My name is Jose Mendez. I'm a Director of Product Management for Wahoo Fitness. The Element Roam bike computer is actually the culmination of really 3 years of development and learnings from the bike computers that we have in market today. If you think about kind of where we are today with Element bike computers, over 12 million rides have been logged on Element bike computers to date. We have over 400 million kilometers explored on our bike computers, so we're really excited to be able to bring this new iteration of the Element in the Element Roam and kind of really catapult those numbers even further. This computer, as much as it's everybody's computer, it's also a computer that somebody can really kind of embrace as something for exploration, for pursuing new adventures. Obviously, we're all aware of trends of gravel riding, really kind of adventure riding, and getting out there. So this computer, all around, all the features that have been improved are really kind of geared towards continuing to refine that experience to allow you to do so. First things that you will notice about the Element Roam is that it has a new form factor. We have taken a lot of what we heard from consumers with the Bolt bike computer we launched 2 years ago. They really appreciated the designs that we did, the arrow shape that it had, and that it looked like it belonged on a bike. So that carries forward into now the Element Roam. We also did a couple other hardware changes or hardware updates. We now have a color screen that's part of the new hardware changes. We also have a light sensor on the computer, so the light will dim on the backlight of the computer depending on the time of day. Also, it will dim the LEDs that we use. For example, if you're on a kicker in a dark basement or in your garage, it'll dim the light of the LED. As part of this upgrade to the new color screen, we are using Gorilla Glass. And lastly, what really finishes it off is that we have gone to a surface-on-surface mounting system for the LCD. So the Gorilla Glass that we have put in here, which is nice durable glass, well renowned in the industry, is now actually glued against the LCD surface. So what that does is it keeps from creating this kind of shadow box effect that if you look at one of the original Elements, you would see it happening there. Most importantly, you have to remember that the beauty of the Element bike computers is the setup. So the setup uses a companion app that you can just quickly connect to the bike computer, and all the setup is done through the intuitive app that you already are used to using. You don't have to dive into the Element bike computer to learn new menus and relearn them every time that you need to change something on the computer. And lastly, and probably the most significant updates that we've done from a software standpoint are the navigation features. So we have Onboard Navigation now, which is a really nice upgrade. We listen to consumers. We know this has been missing in our bike computer line, and the Element Roam brings it now to cyclists around the world. The computer can now do onboard routing, right? So previously in the Element bike computers and the Bolt, you had a route that you would download from Ride with GPS, Strava, etc., and then we would place it into the computer and it would read what you had on hand. We did not do anything with the data other than communicate the data that was available to us. But now, having onboard routing basically means that we can take that file and we can do things like, for example, route you to the start of a ride. So for example, if you downloaded a ride from Strava, Ride with GPS, and it starts 2 miles away from where you are currently, you can just select the route on your bike computer and it'll ask you if you want to be navigated over to the start. You hit yes, and it automatically on board creates a new route for you to get to the start of your next route. Also, as part of that, if you now go off course, the computer will now take steps to reroute you back to the course that you were on originally, which is a really nice added feature. that I think everybody will be really excited about. There's a couple other things that you can do. You can save locations. So if you come across a good coffee shop or waterfall, something that's really you think is of meaning to you, you can just go press the settings button, save location, and at any point later in that ride, you can go select a location from the routes page, and it will create a route back to that location where you were. In addition to that, you can now pan the map to find locations for you to create a route to. By going into the route page, you go through the settings, and then you use the left and right buttons on the top of the computer, and the up and down buttons are, kind of the zoom in and out buttons to go left and right, up and down. And you can scroll the map around, you can pan the map and find the location that you want to get to, and you just, drop a pin right there, select it, and the route will be built for you to get to that location. All the improvements that we've made to the Element and now becoming the Element Roam really geared towards that going out there further, exploring, and having new adventures. And one of the things we wanted to assure with that was that you could actually continue to have those adventures way out there, long rides. So while we made improvements with color screens, onboard routings, all things that can consume a little bit of battery power, we actually have been able to maximize the battery power in the unit, and there is no loss to the battery power that stood today at 17 hours. So you can cleanly get 17 hours of riding and be able to explore as far as you like. So really, all in all, it's a complete overhaul of the Element bike computer as it existed today. So we're really excited about it, and we look forward to putting it out there in the market.